back to my channel. This is Jirbie from Couchwasabi, and today we have yet another tank for review. Right now I have this Goblin Mini version 3. If you're interested to know more about this tank, please keep on watching. Okay everyone, let's begin with the unboxing of this UD Goblin Mini version 3. So this is fresh from the store. I haven't really opened this and checked it out. It's going to be my first time to do it. Okay. We've got some spare Pyrex glass. Oh, a spare drip cap. Your single coil deck. And some spare O-rings. And some Allen screw. So here's a 360 view of the Goblin Mini version 3. I got the one in black. And let's take it apart. Okay, so here's the building deck. You can see that this is a velocity styled deck. When I got this, it's actually a toss-up between this Goblin Mini, or I was planning to get an Avocado 22 Special Edition, or a Conqueror Mini. So I decided to get this because I'm more familiar with a velocity-styled deck. I'm not really into the clip-styled, like the one in Conqueror. And well, for the Avocado, I'm still thinking if I should get that. Here's the chamber. So you have a 22 millimeter in diameter. So this one is top filling. You see that there are two pretty much wide kidney-shaped fill holes. You can see that the threading is really nice. It's really smooth. At the bottom, you can see that there's a gold-plated 510 pin and your serial number. The reason why I got this also is that I wanted to try the single coil build. So let me just show you how we can modify this. Okay, so just get a normal flathead screw and just screw it off from the bottom. Okay. Just pull the deck out. So this O-ring here prevents the leakage and the notches keeps the deck in place. Okay, so when you try to put it inside, you can feel when you've hit the notch. And then just screw it back in place. Make sure you tighten it enough. And there you go. So here's your single coil build. UD Goblin Mini. Okay, so let's put back the O-ring and the chamber. Okay, so before I build this atomizer, let me just show you a little more close-up look of this Goblin Mini V3. And then here's the airflow hole. It's adjustable. You can see that there are 4 holes for the juice flow. It's definitely not adjustable. And as an improvement for the version 2, the airflow is already transferred here versus at the bottom. So if you have version 1 and 2, you would notice that the airflow would be at the bottom, which may cause leakage. So they've corrected that with the V3, putting it on the side like most of the atomizers do. Okay, so let's start building this. I'm going to be attaching it to my Rouleau RX Mini, which is primarily the reason why I got this, because I was actually looking for a 22 millimeter atomizer that would fit well in my Rouleau. I was using a Griffin 25 Mini, which is a little too fat, so there you go. Okay, so for today, I'm going to be using this Geek Vape stainless steel wire. And I will be building a 3mm coil. So I normally do a 5 to 6 loop. Make sure that it covers the airflow hole. So maybe we can add a little more. Okay, I think this will do. Okay, let me just straighten out the tails. Let's put in the coil. Okay, you make sure that the coil is directly above the airflow hole. And let me just tighten all the screws. Okay, so I think I've tightened it enough. And then let's cut the excess leads. Okay, so let's try firing it up. I'm burning it at 35 watts. Okay, there you go. Alright, so I'm going to use VCC, Vaper's Choice Cotton, for today. Thank you, Manila Vapes, for sending this. This is still unbeatable, my favorite cotton. So you want to get a cotton that's thick enough for your 3mm diameter coil. An inch and a half would do. Okay, so here's how I do it. There should be some resistance there. So basically your cotton should be landing right about here. So you can try to measure that down and cut the excess. I like cutting it diagonally just so you won't have to choke all these cotton inside your juice hole. Well, let me just put that in there. Okay. Okay, so once you've made sure that the cotton is sitting right below the juice flow chamber, you're good to go. So for today, I'm going to be using my current favorite, White Wolves in Mystique Pie. I'm sure you've seen this before. And then let's just juice it up. The smell is just so wonderful. Make sure that it's all juiced up before you cover the chamber. Make sure the O-ring is there, because that thing moves around. Okay, so that's how I build my Goblin Mini. Let me just fill in the tank. Closing the top cap can be a little challenging. There you go. Let's try vaping it. Okay, so I actually got this Goblin Mini version 3 as I was looking for a 22mm tank for my new Relo RX Mini. I kind of disposed my Snowwolf Mini already, and I've decided to use this Relo RX Mini because I don't want to deal with charging batteries anymore. So I want something that I can charge anywhere. so I won't have to bring spare batteries all the time. When I was deciding which tank to get, I was choosing between this and Conqueror Mini. And I ended up getting this because I like the velocity style deck. I feel that I'm more comfortable working on velocity style deck than those clip-on ones. Also, I like the fact that you can change the deck to a single coil build. I know you can do that with a lot of tanks using the single coil adapter, but I just like the fact that you can actually change the entire deck in this Goblin Mini. Anyway, so let's go ahead and vape this. Wow. Okay, you can pretty much see that the cloud production is pretty massive. I'm quite surprised you can produce that much clouds in a single coil. In a single coil build. Flavor is also amazing. I really love it. Okay, so right now my airflow is at the middle. Not sure if you can see it. Okay. So let me just put it at the max. Cloud production is really, really great. I think if you want to chase more flavor, you can tone down the airflow. So I was getting better flavor when it was set in the medium. Let's try minimum. I'm not really into long hits, so I'd stay at the middle or max. You can see that I've pretty much clouded up the entire room, but overall the Goblin V3 Mini works really well. If you want to cloud chase or flavor chase, I think this is a good tank. It carries, I think, a 2.5 ml of juice. Okay, so I also like the fact that it has a smaller Delrin drip tip than your usual atomizers. I don't normally like the wide bore drip tips because I don't find it like when you it looks a lot better for girls to have a smaller drip tip in my opinion. So it looks more poised in my opinion, so I like that it's smaller than usual. Now the downside is you can't use your favorite drip tip with this because the hole is much smaller than normal. Also, this Goblin Mini V3 has a spit back protection inside, so that's one of the things that I actually like about it. A lot of small or a lot of short atomizers would have that spit back issue. With the spit back guard, you won't have any of that problem. While this Goblin Mini V3 looks pretty much lovely on its own, you can actually buy a separate extender for this. I'm not sure how much it would cost, and I'm not sure if it's locally available in the Philippines, but I've seen some reviews and I've seen some online vape shops that sell the extender. So if you want to extend the capacity or extend the look, lengthen the look, you can buy the extender. Okay, so for the price, I got this for 1,350 from All About the Vape. And you can get this at around 1.3 to 1.6. That's a common price I've seen it. Okay, this tank was released last August 2016, so we are pretty much 6 months in existence. I'm not really sure when they would release version 4, but so far this is good, and there are so much improvements from this versus the old versions 1 and 2. I guess that's all for today for this Goblin Mini version 3. If you've enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!